How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Watcher of Realms video. My name's Jeremy, and today we are taking a beginner's look at Faction Trial and the Pantheon. I've realized some things over the last couple days as a newbie myself. I'm only just a hair over a month into the game that I wanted to share because what I have learned over the years, having a lot of training and teaching in my background, is that if one person doesn't know something, then somebody else probably doesn't know it as well. So hopefully you find this video helpful, but let's dive right into it. All right, so when we're talking about faction trials, it's actually a really important part of the game that I think a lot of people don't give enough emphasis on, right? So if we go into raids, you have faction trials down here. Now, early on, you're not going to pay a ton of attention to this because you probably don't have all the teams that you need built out. Today is actually the perfect example for me to record this video on because we are in the trial of esotericists. So if you don't know, this is both faction-based and they have the basic trial. And you have 3 chances every single day to earn your crystals or your diamonds for the day. So if we look at the basic trial, with the basic trial, you can come in and you can actually use any team you want, okay? And so that you know, every stage is pretty much, from a map standpoint, is identical. The only thing that changes is the enemies in each map. So if we look at the map, you'll see, you know, you got the 2 middle tiles, you got 5 outer tiles, and you got 2 front tiles, right? If we go to stage 3, same. So the map is always the same down each of the trials. What changes is, if you look here, well, I guess that doesn't even change. It just changes order. Oh, there you go. So you see that this one has this this guy with the red stripes on his face. You go back to 4, you got this zombie demon soldier here. So it does change a little bit, just the enemies that come out and their strength, really. And so it really is a gear and level check for the basics. So you can see here I'm on stage 8. And then, you know, collecting these 3 new diamonds will advance me down here to where there are some pretty decent rewards once you get up. You know, you got a summon here, you got a divine summon. Other than that, it's really, you know, it is what it is until you get to the 2 divines. But it's going to take a while. So one thing I've been even talking to my kids about with this game, they've recently started playing, is don't be in a hurry. All right? There's only so much content. If you are in such a hurry that you just blow through everything, you're just going to be bored and you're going to move on to the next game, right? So take your time. Stop. Smell the roses. Like, enjoy the journey through the game. And this is one area that really kind of forces you to do that. So the basic trial, like I said, you can use any team. Now, the other thing I want to point out is, depending on what stage you're going through, you're going to be farming green, blue, or purple. And this is what I did not understand early on. We're going to come back to that when we take a look at the Pantheon, but I wanted to cover the faction trials because that is where you get these materials that then feed into the Pantheon. I'm going to share with you what I didn't know, and it absolutely opened up my experience through this part of the game. So if we go back here, then besides the basic trial that you have a chance to kind of go through, you have your faction-based trial, right? So today is Trial of the Esotericists, and I have 14 hours, 32 minutes to complete it. So it's constantly rotating. So the next one that opens is the Watchers in 14 hours, 32 minutes. One day. So if you're coming from Raid Shadow Legends, it's the same thing. It's like Faction Wars in, or whatever they call it over there at Raid Shadow Legends. I haven't really even hardly logged in lately because I am absolutely obsessed with this game. So if we click here, you can see here, I haven't even got all 3 crystals on stage 3, and I haven't even attacked stage 4. Why not, Jeremy? What? You're saying it's important. Why aren't you doing it? Well, check it out. I only have 5 characters, 3 of which are pretty much garbage. You don't hear anyone talking about an Assault and Nazim in videos saying, level these heroes up. They're the best thing since sliced bread. Speaking of sliced bread, what came before sliced bread? Anyhow, food for thought. Ardith is all right. I literally, just to try to get a little bit further, I put some gear on. I kind of re-geared all these guys to try to push their trial, but I only have 5. So I'm leaving literally 3 heroes on the table that I can't play because I just don't have any more esotericists. So that's kind of what I'm going to be hoping for in the future. But you literally don't ever feed your epics, guys, because you might need them for faction trials, and where they might not be end game and like all the end all be all for other parts of the game. Absolutely critical that you have enough heroes to complete faction trials. So I did not feed my Assault and my Nazim. I am leveling up my Ardith. I think he's A4 now. Let's take a look here. Awaken. Yeah, I got him A4. This is a little aside that hopefully you've already heard from every other content creator. Yeah, I could awaken him, go A5, but I am not wasting. I've already wasted, I think, 2 summon stones. One on my Dolores, and I think I put one early on into Idril. Or no, I finished up Idril. I used this for her A5. Idril's pretty commonly pulled, you guys, honestly. If you play the game for any length of time, you're going to pull Idril. So probably not worth it to use these. You would use these on like a Deimos, right? Someone who is very hard to summon. We just had a banner. I pulled a bunch on him on that banner. Didn't even get close. I needed to pull way more, but it took me quite a bit to get my 1+1, which got me Vierna. That was one of my most exciting pulls. That was in my most recent summon video, so if you haven't seen that, go watch that because that was a ton of fun. But I did not get Deimos. There's also, legendary lords that a lot of the content creators or people that have been doing this now would recommend you save these for. So don't just blow these because they are very hard to come by as you get later in the game. They feel like they're coming out of, like you just have tons of them coming through Tide, but I have a pretty strong team, but I got Tide locked at level 100. Now they just overrun me, and so things like the Pantheon become extra important because I can only use so much gold to get so much gear on so many champions, and the heroes that you have to level up for Tide, there's a lot of heroes, so you need a lot of good gear on a lot of heroes to really get through that, unless you have just some absolute S+ tiers that you can just put your best gear on and clear it by themselves, but that's not my case. Anyhow, jumping back over here, so you can see hard. Never look at this and say, "Oh, I can't beat it because it's hard," or even the red one. I can't remember what it says when it's red, but it has a suggested BP. We're not that far off the suggested, and I've re-geared these guys as of this morning. So just to kind of give you a look at faction trial, at least for the esotericists, I will put Navras is an absolute beast, you guys. Do not sleep on Navras. When we get his ultimate up, you just watch the damage. I only have him level 5. Like, he is only 5 stars. But I have him in some decent gear, albeit not awesome gear. Let's point him that way. And let's get an assault. We don't have to worry about this guy's hella slow, so we don't really need to worry about him right now. And then we'll put him there. I bring in, obviously, Laurel is awesome for some rage boost. But watch this. Bloop. We pop this, and he's got these bats that go out, or crows, or whatever. And they just go to town. They do great work on this right side. We'll bring Ardith down now. I had to strengthen him. He was getting absolutely just cracked by these big dudes coming down. So I have to do my best to try to put in some work on him down here. Nasalt and Nazim are not awful. They're one brings poison and or fire, which gives you some good damage. But look at this. Freaking Navras is the king. Like, he can just do a lot of good AoE work. But you can already see Ardith is down. And I don't know. I mean, there's just so many at this point. Come on. There we go. Come on. Get him. Get him. Last second. Yep. We got him. And I'm going to go ahead and pull Laurel to try to get his ultimate up. Boom. We get a pause on everyone, or a slow on everyone there to give Navras a little bit more time, but we're hurting right now. These guys are going to blow right through us. This guy's doing damage. Yeah, we're not going to beat this one. So this is where I'm stuck because I just don't have enough characters. Look at that. I mean, two-shotted. I just don't have a defender that's going to hold this down right now. And I'm not willing to invest a ton in Ardith. So hopefully down the road we'll get some better esotericists. But by doing that, when you win, you actually earn materials that go then into the Pantheon. So let me show you. We'll go back. We'll drop back to stage 3, and we'll kind of deploy the same strategy here. There's just a few things I want to show you guys to really drive the point home. We'll put Navras there, give him that little boost. And then I'm going to actually point Laurel this way, so when we put Nazim and Assault over there, her rage boost will help them. Put him here. And then we'll put an Assault here and across. And we'll throw down... Look at this. Slow is super effective. These guys actually put in some decent work. They're not awful. So do not trash them just because a content creator says they're not B tier. You know, a lot of people hate on Assault. They don't like getting him as an epic, but he's actually super handy in this particular instance. Look at that. The slow poison for that big guy. That's going to be absolutely crucial, right? Look at that. I mean, he's stunned. We'll throw down Navras here. He gets that big slow on everyone. Gives our already fairly weak guys enough time to do some damage. Do a little rage boost. Ultimately, I need a freaking healer that can heal Ardith. Like, that new healer, I don't know if you guys saw, but there's a new healer coming to town that looks pretty phenomenal. I know that... Fastidious is really high on him. Boom. Let's hit this. We got to... Oh, Ardith is down, so now we got to really do some work on these big dudes here. These are the last two, so I just need to kill them before they hit that crystal. Can we do it? Can we do it? Yep. It looks like it's done because of the stun. That stun was brought by, I think it was Nazim brings the stun off the look, but... We deploy 2 mages, so we got our 3rd crystal. So perfect. So we got green material here. Green is going to come very important into play here very soon. So we're going to complete that. We're going to pick up an extra crystal here, and that is going to bump us up here, a little bit closer to that next reward. You want to be doing these every day, at least as high as you can farm. However, this is where I got stuck and didn't even realize that I was missing out on so much extra stats for my heroes across the board, because that's where the Pantheon comes in. Pantheon is extremely critical because as you level up your Pantheon and increase your Hyperion level, you're actually getting extra stats for all of your deployed heroes across the board. So if you're coming again from Raid Shadow Legends, this is Great Hall. Holy crap. This is the Great Hall for Watcher of Realms. So you can see I've already got a 6% boost, but I was sitting here with nothing, and I could not figure out for the life of me how to get anything to increase. And then I realized. See how this one's blinking right here? Let's go in here. So to upgrade, I need blue material. Well, I don't have any blue material. And then it dawned on me. I went over here to assemble and dismantle. Well, I've collected a bunch of green material. Well, that doesn't work if you're needing blue and you've already got all your green. So if you're only able to farm green and you need blue, it seems like I was kind of stuck. And then I saw this red button. I'm like, why is there a red dot over there? And I clicked it. And then I was like, oh, I can turn green material into blue material. So we bump this up here. Cost 10,000 gold, but I can assemble several blue pieces 4 now and get rid of the green because I don't need green anymore. It's still not enough to upgrade this, but that is how, when you get stuck and you're wondering like, I can only farm this, but I need this. This is what you have to assemble and dismantle. And you can go the other way too. That's what I didn't realize. And I don't think I can show you that because I've already gone through and I think I've upgraded everything to where everything's now blue. But you can actually demantle blue down to green. What? Rather than going and farming the green stages. But that is what I ultimately want this video to show you guys, is that you can dismantle and upgrade or even downgrade to what you need. So do not let that stop you from increasing your levels here. And so every day you want to go in, and obviously you want to try, if you get new heroes, you want to try to get to that next level up. But if you can't, like I'm hard stuck there until I get more esotericists, or I decide to level them up and, you know, really invest in gear and stuff like that, which I'm just not willing to do right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to farm the highest level I can. That way I at least daily am maximizing my effort in increasing my Hyperion, Pantheon. I don't know what the dragon maybe is called Hyperion, and this is in the Pantheon. A lot of names, a lot of stuff, whatever. But you don't lose out on these extra stats that are given across the board to all of your heroes. So then they also have events in here when you get your Hyperion. It's the sum of all attribute levels. So you level up Hyperion to unlock the different events. So basically it's gems and experience bonus for a day. So once I hit 120, boom, I get some extra gems. So nothing game changing there. You get a cool avatar border there, but really there's not a lot there. It's just kind of a, oh cool, I hit it for the day, here's some extra gems. This is what's critical, you guys. So do not miss out on this. Do your faction trials the best you can, and every single day use all 3 of your fights to farm as high as you can, so that you can get as much material to do those upgrades. I hope you found this helpful. Hopefully you learned something. If not, if you know people that are starting the game, turn them onto this video. This is extremely important. It's going to help you progress further and faster in the game. Anyhow, guys, make sure if you like this video, if you appreciate the content, subscribe, throw a like on the video, comment, let me know if you got stuck wondering how to advance in Pantheon, or if I'm just an idiot. But you know, turn on notifications as well. I will probably be going live at different points on my days off when I have time to go live for a couple hours with my series called The War Room, where, you know, basically the community comes together to help me advance the account, and do, you know, one day might be Guild Boss, one day might be Void Rift. So we focus on a certain area. You can learn a lot from the theory crafting we do through those. So if you're stuck in any of those areas, go back and look at my live streams. They are very long, and I'm thinking about grabbing them and editing them out to be specific and shorter. But go watch them, scroll through them, find the areas where we're actually doing the battles and theory crafting, and maybe you'll learn something there too. Anyhow, guys, hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.